What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another special episode of Littleroot Laddering. As you notice, it is currently Sunday and there's no showdown because Carl and I were supposed to be on vacation and then, we're not, but he is, so I'm making up extra stuff this week, so here we are. So, this week we're going to be playing Slacking's Kyogre team that he sent in a while back, and as we know with most teams that Slacking sends in, there's some type of a very unique piece to it. In this case, we have our Mystic Water Kyogre, pretty standard with Water Spout, Scald. Noticeably, there's no Origin Pulse, which I think is honestly fine, but we have Thunder for like the Kyogre Mirror, which I actually think is really useful right now. We also have this Choppleberry Stakataka. It's interesting because I think in some iterations of this format that's really good, especially with things like Mienshao and like Urshifu running around. But Urshifu, specifically like Water Urshifu, still does do a ton of damage to you. There's incidental fighting coverage on a lot of different mons in the format, so having Chopple is probably okay. At this point, it's probably just better as Focus Sash if you want me to be 100% honest, though. But Stakataka does Stakataka things, with Trick Room, Wide Guard here, and then Gyro Ball, Rock Slide to be able to dish out a ton of damage as well. So, nextly we have, I believe this is Aaron's Moltres set that we played with exactly, this exact set last week as well with, AV, Fiery Wrath, Sucker Punch, Snarl, Air Slash. I'm 95% sure the EVs and everything on this are the exact same, so that's cool. And then, because it's Slacking, there's always some unique mon. And at the time that he built this, Moltres, Stakataka were all, both of them were pretty unplayed. And then you add in Blaziken here as well with Safety Goggles, so we don't worry about Amoonguss Redirection or Volcarona, so we can just chunk whatever is next to him. We don't get put to sleep with Spore. Which I actually think is really cool. Normally you would expect Life Orb or Focus Sash on Blaziken, but having Safety Goggles here is actually a pretty interesting piece of tech. Flare Blitz on our Kyogre team is interesting, but also at the same time we just need some type of fire coverage, and I think Blaziken just works well there. Rounding it out with Close Combat, U-Turn, Detect. Nothing overly innovative there, but I think Blaziken is still unique in this format, having access to Speed Boost, so we can incidentally become faster than everything else and punch things pretty hard as well. And then, of course, rounding it out, we have Life Orb Landorus, notably with Rock Slide here. I know some people have been running Grass Knot. There's also Stone Edge running in that last slot. Some people are playing Substitute. I like Rock Slide. It is boosted by Sheer Force. Unfortunately, that means we're not getting our flinch chance, but it's whatever. And then we have Miracle Seed Rillaboom, which this is pretty similar to things that we would see from older formats. But instead of having access to Woodhammer, we have High Horsepower here, so we can actually chunk some other mons as well. So let's get to it. I'm excited to play this team. I've played a couple games with it off camera, and it feels really cool. I ended up, I think, going 2-0 with it. So let's just jump in and see what we can do today, and hopefully pull off a couple wins. Alright, game number 1. Kyogre Mirror, incidentally also with Moltres, Rillaboom, Stakataka. Their supporting cast is backed up with Togedemaru and Volcarona, though. So what do we like? I think I like Stakataka, especially in the face of Kyogre. I think our Kyogre is pretty well set up here. Unfortunately, we don't have Intimidate to deal with their Rillaboom, but we do have a Moltres, so that's kind of the same thing. And I think I like Landorus as well. I'm thinking Kyogre Stakataka with Moltres, Landorus. It feels kind of weird not bringing Rillaboom in the face of Kyogre, especially since they don't have a form of speed control outside of Stakataka. Maybe I just want, instead of Moltres, I want Rillaboom. I think this is fine. Yeah, I like this. They have Togedemaru doing its thing. We can always switch out and go into Landorus to prevent the Nuzzle or whatever coming off from it. So let's see. What do we got opponent? It's going to be Rillaboom, Volcarona. I can see this being Fake Out plus Quiver Dance. Could also be Grassy Glide plus like Fiery Dance, but I don't think Fiery Dance is actually all going to be all that good, seeing how we're setting up Rain here. Rillaboom is faster than my Kyogre. That's interesting. I think just going for like Protect plus Trick Room here is pretty effective. And then next turn we can go for like Rock Slide plus something. It might just be switching out Kyogre here. Let's see what our opponent's got going on. There's going to be Rage Powder. So no Fake Out coming out from the Rillaboom. This is going to be a Wood Hammer. Okay. Okay. So we get Trick Room up effectively. So now I think it's just fine to go. They don't have any like actual good switch in here. So I can just click Water Spout. And I can click Rock Slide. Could also just Gyro Ball into the Rillaboom. That would do a solid chunk as well. And then we're not playing around missing. I like Rock Slide here though. You're gonna do a solid chunk to the Volcarona, who does end up protecting, but that's completely fine. This is Grassy Glide. Nope, no Grassy Glide, so we're gonna chunk this Rillaboom. And like now we also get a chance to flinching the Rillaboom as well, if this doesn't go down, which it is a resisted hit, it's most likely Assault Vest. So yeah, they do hold on here, but flinch? Nope. Okay, so we do end up losing our Kyogre. But that's fine because they're gonna take a huge chunk here from Recoil as well. Like, they also go down. So, effectively, we traded our Kyogre for... we traded our Kyogre for their Rillaboom. So now I can bring out our Rillaboom. And depending... Like, they could bring out their Kyogre here. And then, like, we're just set up to be able to do our thing. They're going to bring out Togedemaru. Interesting. So, we are slower. So, we can go for Fake Out into it. And Rock Slide to do a solid chunk to this Volcarona. Break a potential Focus Sash on it. We do connect with the Volcarona, that's good. It's not enough for a one-hit KO, though. But we get the flinch, so, you know, naturally, never punished. I don't want to Grassy Glide into the Volcarona here. That's not the button I want. One of these days I'll figure it out. So I think my play, 2 turns of Trick Room, 2 turns of Rain. We can High Horsepower into the Togedemaru and just click Rock Slide again. They could protect Volcarona here, which they do. Rock Slide connects. We do. So Togedemaru is 100% going down. It's a 4 times effective High Horsepower into it. Sweet. So we do have to worry about like Rage Powder this turn. So I think the play... is this Kyogre? It is, okay. So I think the play is to swap out into Landorus this turn. And to click Rock Slide again. This is going to pick up the Volcarona. And like do a non-zero mount to the Kyogre. And this is also going to allow us to reset terrain the following turns if we need to. We missed one. We missed the Volcarona. That's really unfortunate, actually. It's going to be Ice Beam. into Landorus. That's going to go down. That's completely fine because now I get a free switch in to Rillaboom. They're going to go for Hurricane. So actually, what's really interesting about this as well is the rain ends this turn. So I can fake out into the Kyogre and set up another Trick Room. Which I actually think is good for us. Yep, grass is done, Trick Room is done. But I'm going to immediately reset the grass. This is probably Rage Powder this turn if I was to guess. Rage Powder and Ice Beam. But Fake Out has higher priority than Rage Powder, so we can still get that off. I mean, honestly, I actually like Fake Out plus Rock Slide here. And just like pick up this Volcarona. And prevent the Kyogre from doing anything, and then this next turn... Oh, they have Fiery Dance. That's really bad. Seeing how we're not Assault Vest. But it doesn't matter because we live. They get the boost, but as long as we connect here, we should KO. Which we do. Alright, cool. So now Grassy Glide should pick up the Kyogre from this range. So I think our play this turn is to Grassy Glide plus Trick Room, because that gives us the best odds. Like, in the event that Kyogre doesn't get KO'd this turn, then Stakataka can win the endgame against it. So Grassy Glide here. I can't imagine this doesn't pick up the KO, but I would rather be safe than sorry. Their Rindo Berry... Okay. Doesn't matter because we're Miracle Seed, so we pick up the KO. Cool. I wonder if that's why they went for Woodhammers, because they themselves are playing Rindo, so as a result, they want to be able to OHKO opposing Kyogres if they are also Rindo Berry. It's an interesting thought. I mean, end of the day, it didn't really matter for them there, but our Rillaboom set is also very unique, seeing how we have Miracle Seed to do that much more damage with it. So, yeah, really, really great battle there to actually get to show off a little bit of the unique aspects of our team. Let's see if we can get paired out for another quick game here. All right. After much too long of a wait, this is a really unique team here from our opponent. Ho-Oh plus Lele. They have Buzzwole, Ferrothorn, Rhyperior, and Inteleon. This is super interesting. I don't know if I'm very interested by it. I will tell you that for free. Like, I wonder if their Lele has Trick Room here. That's kind of what this feels like. I think my play, I kind of like Stakataka plus Kyogre up front. I think I want Blaziken. I think I want Blaziken Rillaboom in the back. I could also see Landorus plus Rillaboom. I could also see Landorus plus Moltres. I think Rillaboom's really important because one, it lets us mess with terrain. Two, it allows us to have priority and hit this Inteleon super effectively. I think Moltres allows us to... I think I'm leaning towards Rillaboom plus Blaziken, just because like we actually deal with quite a few of their threats here. Honestly, I think any of the four, I think any of our six are actually viable here. It really comes down to what our opponent is going to bring as to what we should bring. But I think the four that I'm bringing cover most of the things, and on top of that, like based on what I anticipate our opponent bringing, I think this is fine. Ferrothorn, Inteleon. Okay, this is probably like a Power Whip plus Snipe Shot if I was a betting man. So I think I just want to go into Rillaboom here. I kind of want to just protect. Yeah, let's protect here. Let's scout to see what our opponent's doing. So, setting up grassy terrain is not great in the face of Ferrothorn, just because they are going to be able to do that much more damage with Power Whip, but I think this is fine. They do have Snipe Shot here, not really surprised. Good chunk. Is Power Whip into Kyogre. Okay. I feel pretty okay by that. So here we can... I think Inteleon protects. I honestly think they double protect here. I'm going to fake out the Inteleon to break a potential Sash, and I'm going to switch into Blaziken here. Yeah, they're going to withdraw Inteleon. That's also fine. Is this Lele coming in? It's Ho-Oh. Honestly, just going for Water Spout this turn could have been pretty okay, but then I potentially lose my Kyogre. The question is what does this Ho-Oh set? It's going to be a Power Whip into my Blaziken. Holy cow, you need to calm down there, sir. Did a little too much for comfort. So now I'm fine. I think I'm fine. That's not what I want to do. I want to switch Rillaboom out into Stack Attacka. And Detect here. Gonna get a little bit extra recovery. Gonna get a speed boost. And then I think we should we might outspeed Ho-Oh as is. We're gonna withdraw. Okay. Into Rhyperior. Okay. I'm actually really surprised to see Rhyperior coming in against a Kyogre team, but you know, sure. Alright, so now we are +1 speed. I can just click Rock Slide here. And I can U-turn off of the Rhyperior, do a little bit of chip damage onto it, and go into Kyogre. This is probably just a Brave Bird into that slot. See, now we have Rillaboom plus Blaziken. I don't really want to take a Brave Bird to that slot. Ow. Please stop. It's going to be high horsepower, but we should take that. JK, LOL. Stacka, you really disappoint me, buddy. So the question is do we outspeed Ho-Oh? Honestly, no, this is pretty fine because now we can bring in Rillaboom and go for a fake out into the Ho-Oh. But they probably switch out. I can see them swapping Ho-Oh out into Ferrothorn, so I could high horsepower into that slot. I think this is probably the safest play. And I'm just going to Scald the Rhyperior, I think. I'm going to withdraw the Rhyperior. Okay. I think losing Stack Attacka there might actually cost us this game. Because the rain is now over. And terrain is also over. We're going to burn into Ferrothorn here. That'd be good. We don't because we're never lucky. So I can't reasonably switch Rillaboom out. But I kind of need to. I need to preserve Kyogre to deal with the Rhyperior in the back. Okay. So I think the play is I'm going to click high horsepower into the Ferrothorn. And I'm going to switch out into Blaziken this turn. I'm anticipating... Hopefully this is Brave Bird. Oh, they're just going to withdraw the Ho-Oh. Okay. I forgot they still had the Inteleon in the back. But I think this is fine. I mean, we get a free high horsepower here. Iron Barbs is whatever. This is probably... Okay, Gyro Ball into my Monkey? This was a chunk. I mean, I'm going to click their Acid Glide into their Inteleon. And Detect with Blaziken, because then we'll outspeed the Inteleon next turn. I also think they could switch into Ho-Oh into that slot. Yep, okay. They're not Regenerator. I just realized that. They're Pressure. Does that change anything? Air Slash into my Blaziken. Alright, so we get a free Grassy Glide here. They are Sash. So now what? Blaziken's at +1 speed. So here we can... I think just Grassy Glide into the Inteleon. And we really don't have a good play. I don't particularly care for like any play we have here. Yeah, they're gonna protect. This is gonna do a chunk, but not enough. Actually, that might be within KO range from another. This is Brave Bird. Is this into Blaziken or is this into Rillaboom? Into Rillaboom. Okay. This is fine. Because now I get to bring out Kyogre and click I can Thunder? I don't think Thunder's particularly good. I can probably just Scald. Scald and U-turn into the Inteleon. This gives us another speed boost, but like Blaziken's already the fastest thing on the field. It's like Scald is the safest play into the Ho-Oh because it allows us to... Oh, they're faster than Kyogre. Oh. So now they just bring out Rhyperior. Awkward. Oh, they're just gonna give me their Ferrothorn? Okay. We can reasonably... Man, I really don't like any of our plays here. I don't like clicking Flare Blitz yet. I think this is just U-turn into Ho-Oh, hope this KOs. It does, okay. So now out comes Rhyperior. Gyro Ball should KO. Yep, okay. Okay. Yep, super close game. Losing Stack Attack to the high horsepower, I think, cost us this game. I could also see bringing Landorus over Stack Attack there. Or Moltres over Stack Attack. I think Landorus is probably the better play. Just because, like, we pressure the Rhyperior, we pressure the Ho-Oh. Like, we actually do a lot of incidental damage to their team with Rhyperior. I mean, with Landorus. Man, if this was Regenerator, I would really like this team. Scarf Lele. Okay. AV Buzzwole. Sure. Choice Band Ferrothorn. No wonder they were confident in going for that Power Whip. And the Gyro Ball. Interesting. Also explains why we were able to do so much damage to him. Weakness Policy, not really surprised by that. And of course, we saw the Focus Sash there. Yeah, cool team. I like the team a lot. I'm surprised they don't have Trick Room on it, seeing how they have Ferrothorn and Rhyperior. I guess it's just like a way of like preventing your opponent from doing Trick Room things. But like, had we set up Trick Room in that game, how would we have fared? Probably not very. Like, to be 100% honest. Man, Choice Band Ferrothorn is a choice. That is a very conscious choice that our opponent made. But let's see if we can get paired up. Here we go. Paired up for one more for today. This seems fun. I've enjoyed our games with this so far. Zacian, Milo, Whimsicott, Incin, Serena, Amoonguss. Interesting. I think I like Stacka. It could be like Rillaboom, Stacka up front. Could also see like Blaziken to definitely outspeed them after a few turns. Could be like Landorus plus Stakataka. I think Kyogre's not the best when they have 3 grass types and Milotic. I actually think leaving Kyogre at home is pretty okay. I think this is probably. I think Moltres, Blaziken look very good. Blaziken looks absurd, so I think they're required to bring Incin. So I think this is going to be like Blaziken, Landorus up front with Rillaboom. Actually, what if we do Blaziken Stacka with Landorus and Rillaboom in the back? Nah, I want Moltres. They have a bunch of grass types here. I think this is pretty okay. I think they could also anticipate us bringing Rillaboom so they could have Grassy Glide on Serena. So if they lead Whimsicott, I don't think I click Trick Room. It's going to be Amoonguss plus Serena. Okay. I mean, I can just Flare Blitz plus Trick Room here. Flare Blitz into Amoonguss is pretty safe. Do I want to click Trick Room? Like, outside of Amoonguss, what is there? I think this is pretty safe Trick Room here. They're going to draw Serena. That's literally whatever. They're going to bring out Milo, which again is literally whatever. Okay. Okay. Feeling alright about this game so far. So they could be Coil Hypnosis stuff. I think staying in with Blaziken is actually fine. We can just go for a Flare Blitz into Amoonguss. And we'll just click Rock Slide here. Try to get a flinch into the Milo. Okay, they're going to Spore into my Stacka. This is actually just fine. Scald into Blaziken. It's actually enough to KO? Like, I know Blaziken was frail, but that has to be, like, pretty heavily invested from the Milo, if I was to guess. Man, the fact that they spored my stack attack is really concerning. How did they spore my stack attacker? I'm 29. I thought min speed Among Us was 33. It's 31. They're Iron Ball Among Us? That's the only explanation I have. There's no other reason they would be slower than me. Yeah, they had to be Iron Ball Among Us. Yeah, I don't think we can actually win this game at this point. Because they just put everything to sleep. So, like, we're playing the game of trying to win sleep turns because they undersped my stack attacker. Yeah, let's call it game there, and let's get one more in. That's literally the only explanation I can come up with is exactly Iron Ball Among Us to underspeed stack attacker inside of Trick Room. That's bizarre. So that would put them at, like, 15 speed, which underspeeds literally everything? Because Shuckle gets to... Oh no, it does not underspeed Shuckle. Shuckle gets to 9. But that would make them slower than Stack Attacka. Makes them slower than Escavalier. Torkoal. Yeah, that's absurd. That's actually just absurd. I can't actually believe that that's something we ran into. Let's get one more in today. I would like to play an actual game for this last one. You know, I said I wanted to play an actual game. I don't know what our opponent's doing. This is all Gen 1 Mons. But, like, honestly, it's like a cohesive team in all actuality. It's very unique. Man, I kind of wish we had, like, Tailwind for Kyogre. So if we did, Kyogre just, like, sweeps. So I think this is, like, Kyogre plus Moltres up front. I like Landers quite a bit here. We hit a ton of their things super effectively. And I think I just want Rillaboom. I could see bringing Stack. I think Rillaboom is fine. Sure. Very, very, very unique team here from our opponent. I wonder if these are all from, like, Let's Go and they just transferred them over. I wonder if they shiny hunted them in Let's Go to bring them over. Could be Hitmonchan and Articuno. And that's a shiny Articuno. That's cool. This has Fake Out Pressure. What is Articuno's other ability? I think it's something besides pressure. Snow Cloak. So literally it doesn't have an ability. Cool. I'm gonna protect here. And I'm going to click Snarl. This is most likely Fake Out into Kyogre plus some ice attack, I'm sure. Cool. We are faster than Articuno, so we're going to get that special attack drop on it. That's good. And we crit him? Heck yeah. Take that, Articuno. It's just going to be a freeze right into my whale. Okay. So now I can reasonably click Water Spout. And I think just clicking Snarl again is fine. I anticipate a double KO from this. Because, like, Hitmonchan doesn't get Wide Guard, does it? It does not. They're going to withdraw the Hitmonchan. They're going to bring out Clef. I don't think that's going to be enough, actually. We connect the Snarl on both, which is good. Now the Articuno is at -2, so we definitely live a Freeze Dry now. They are faster than us. Oh, not even close. Get out of here. They do actually manage to hold on, though. So, I mean, I can just click Water Spout again. And I can click Fiery Wrath now. Like, this place around follow me. And they're going to protect. This could be Blind Sing, but it won't matter because Clefairy's going down. So they bring back out... they bring back out Articuno. If they bring back out Hitmonchan again, I just protect and click Fiery Wrath again. If they bring out Mewtwo, I start clicking Snarl. I wonder if Mewtwo has, like, Dazzling Gleam. I'm actually going to save on this Water Spout and just Scald. No, I need to protect. I'm going for Fake Out. I know this. Actually, I'm just going to attack with both. Like, it doesn't matter who they Fake Out here. I'm picking up a KO. Preferably, they Fake Out into... Oh, they don't, actually. So, yeah, we definitely pick up a double. Articuno down. Rock Slide. Misses my Kyogre. It's going to trigger Berserk on Moltres, so that's good. Thanks, opponent. You're so kind. Alright, what is your last? It is, in fact, Mewtwo. Cool. Also Pressure. What is Mewtwo's other ability? Unnerve. So, again, basically doesn't have an ability. Actually, Unnerve is critically underrated. It is criminally underrated. Mewtwo protects. That's completely fine. We know they're not Assault Vest now. I'm out of Water Spout PP, and that's annoying. Mewtwo does not get a Fairy-type move. That's really awkward. For them, not us. For us, it's fine. Energy Ball. Kyogre, you're fine. +1 Fiery Wrath, single target. Goodbye. Cool. So, 3 fairly relatively good games today, and then 1 against Iron Ball at Mungus. So, I don't even know if you can count that as a game, but, you know, I mean, you really do have to credit our opponent in that game for being super innovative, but it's not something that people would ever anticipate, and that's why it was good, you know? I purposely set up Trick Room that game thinking that Stack Attacker was going to underspeed them, and for them to just come out and say, LOL, nah. I mean, that's... if they weren't Iron Ball there, the play that I anticipate is like Scald into Stack Attacker and Spore into my Blaziken. Obviously, we are Goggles, so we weren't going to get put to sleep, and then we just get to Flare Blitz them and do a ton of damage. But the play that our opponent made was exceptionally good based on the information that they had. So, that being said, I like this team. I get to play with my favorite Pokemon in Blaziken, so of course I'm going to like it, but like everything around it is also very good. We haven't got to really show off Landorus, but Moltres did a ton of work in that last game. Stack Attacker, Kyogre, Rillaboom all had their time to shine. Blaziken, I wish you were better, buddy. I really do. I think this is a very cool Blaziken team, and I want it to be good so desperately. But the fact that it's not Sash and the fact that like it can't take hits is definitely a detriment towards it. But this is why we get to play multiple days. So I'm hoping that we can actually pull through and actually get to show off the power of Blaziken in these later days. So that's going to be it today, everyone. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later this week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.